Good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon to everybody out there in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are living in the verse, and this is my side piece. Okay, so as you can see from the thumbnail, my confidence in Ghost of Yotei, Sucker Punch's upcoming release, is in question. So, what does that mean? Is it going to be DOA, considering all the controversy that is now kind of showing up in my feed, and I'm really kind of starting to see it now as I'm looking through it. You know what? I see a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of shade. Okay, look, we've got the trailer here. I recorded the trailer here, and as we're looking through it, right? We're gonna zoom past this. We'll look at it in its entirety here in a second, just to kind of give a little bit of context. But if you've seen it, you've seen it. If not, I'll have a link to this in the description. But here's my concerns. Here's my concerns. Okay, so if we back up here, get a good look. Okay, so this is Atsu, right? She's the main protagonist of this new entry, the Ghost of Yotei, and Yotei is the name of the mountain in Hokkaido, Japan, and it's in the 1600s. So it's like 300 years past where Jin Sakai had his heyday, fighting with the Mongols. Now, the whole thing with the Ghost of Tsushima was it was like the shit, dude. Let's just say it, dude. The game was the shit. Great graphics, great story, great execution. Sucker Punch knocked it out of the park with that one. Everybody loves it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Everybody loved this game. I love this game. And if you come to the channel, you know that I'm doing a series on it right now. So I'm playing through it now. So one of the things I definitely wanted to see is a return to the story after the ending of uh the main storyline, right? I mean, you can go back, you can go NG plus and do all that other happy stuff, but like a new story, a continuation of Jin's journey as the ghost after he has like said, okay, look, you know, I'm gonna do this, that, or the other thing, but regardless, I'm the ghost, right? And the ghost is kind of like, you know, Jin kind of reminds me of like the reluctant superhero, you know. He's got his mom and his dad in their spirit forms, guiding him and approving of what he's doing because they're the ones showing him all of this cool shit, right? So now we got um our new protagonist here, a female, which that in and of itself, it doesn't make a difference to me. My main concern, like probably most of you guys out there as gamers, a good story, good execution of graphics and modeling and gameplay and things of that nature. These are important things, right? To gamers out there all over the world, whether you be fucking, wherever you want to put your freaking junk, the main point here is it's got to be a good game, right? If I'm gonna put my money down, I want to put my money down on something that is good, right? Something that's got replayability, something that's got compelling storylines, good mission execution, cool weapons, great gear, all the fucking bells and whistles and stuff that make a good game, such as the aforementioned Ghost of Tsushima. Now, right away when I'm looking at our new protagonist here, her color palette is very reminiscent of some great pieces, right? So the whole yellow on, we'll say black, because dark color. Come on, Game of Death. Um, Kill Bill, I'm getting those kind of vibes all day long with this one, right? And it kind of matches a little bit more with Kill Bill because Kill Bill was kind of a revenge story. And the main protagonist was a chick, right? So Uma Thurman killed it. Now, here's the thing. The actress that lends her voice and her mocap to our new protagonist here, Atsu, is she's an insane activist, and she's a they them, because like, why not? But here's the thing, right? For starters, I'm an old school guy, and my opinion on pronouns is fuck your pronouns. Boys have wieners, girls have vaginas. That's period. Oh, I grew up that way. That's the way I'll be. That's just kind of the way it is. Now, if you want to pretend that you have something other than one of those things in your pants, that's fine. I don't care. Do what you want with what God gave you, right? Here's the thing. Did she do a good job? Well, from some of the research that I've done thus far, some of the other titles, I guess she's done a pretty good job at her craft. That's my only concern. I don't care what your politics is. I don't care if you like sucking wiener under the fucking bleachers. I don't care if you like getting bent over the trash can in the local fucking men's room. I don't care. Can you do the job? If you can do the job, hey, I'll open my wallet. Okay? And so far, what I've seen of this little tiny snippet of this upcoming title, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. Now, what remains to be seen is this. Will it be excuse me, will it be a woke mess? Because the thing about it is we all know the AC Shadows came out, and it's a hot mess. The Japanese hate it, rightfully so, in my opinion. And I took a look at it, and other than the fact that it is a woke mess, it kind of sucks as a game. It's got poor gameplay. Some of the elements in there are just abysmal, and it leaves a lot to be desired as an Assassin's Creed title in and of itself, right? I played AC1, I played AC2. I loved them both. I thought it was a great beginning to a story. Now, there was also excuse me. There was also the pirate version, which was what I forget the Assassin's Creed. What was it? Black Sails, Black something. Anyway, the pirate one. Great game. I looked at it. Dude, it got great reviews. Some of the other titles, I don't know. I didn't really look into it too much. I kind of lost interest after the third one. To be perfectly honest, I kind of went on to other shit. For me, Assassin's Creed was a little bit too confining as an open world game. But, hey, for whoever was out there that liked it, man, that was cool. They were good stories. They were good implementations. So, like, Ubisoft was doing a pretty good job back then. Now, here's the thing. Sucker Punch and Ubisoft probably running these games in development side by side, right? They were probably doing it all at the same time. Now, Sony probably came in, and from what I understand, here's the thing. What I understood was that. Oh, hold on. What I understand is that Sucker Punch was already kind of in the works to do a sequel featuring Jin, a continuation of the Ghost of Tsushima. Now, I don't know that for sure. That's just kind of what I kind of came across, and I only saw like a couple of mentions of that. And then Sony came in with their infinite wisdom and says, "Oh, by the way, hey,
put a chick in it, make her gay.
Make the protagonist a girl." So I guess they had to use all the assets and stuff that they had ready to go for this new Ghost of Tsushima sequel and turn it into Ghost of Yotei, which, okay, fine. Business is business. They're going to do what they're going to do, and the execs generally have all the power over, your lowly devs. So they're kind of just doing what they're told. You can't really blame them for doing what they're doing. Now, here's the thing. If the game blows goats, where do you lie the blame? Well, I don't necessarily think you can lay it down with any one of them people. Yeah, there were shit said, there were things done, but ultimately, here's the thing. The Joneses are the ones that are calling the shots. And if the Joneses are woke, everybody else is going to want to try and keep up because that's the way the wind is blowing. So if you really want to blame something, blame the freaking movement. Thankfully, movements are like, they go a distance and they stop. They're not like a revolution. They don't keep coming back. It's just a movement. And let's just hope for all our sakes and the sakes of our entertainment and our pocketbooks that it is just a movement and not a revolution. So that being said, will Ghost of Yotei be dead on arrival because it's got a lot of shade that it's got to fucking worm its way through?
First, you must travel a long and difficult road. A road fraught with peril. Mm-hmm.
Based on the trailer, it looks like it's a pretty good game. I don't know of Sucker Punch doing bad games. I've never heard any kind of shade thrown at them as a developer. Excuse me. Getting over a cold here. So the cough is still kind of a thing. But, and my voice sounds like I'm talking through a fucking, 20 yards of fucking aggregate. So is it going to be DOA? I don't know. I say I'm cautious about it. I'm optimistic because of the history that Sucker Punch has this in game development. But here again, we go to our alternate example here, which would be Ubisoft. And well, Assassin's Creed was a pretty good game, and they had a pretty good run, and they were high on everybody's praise list, and then they came out with this, abomination. So you never know. How much freedom did the devs have with their new reality? Okay, you got to do this and you got to do this. Is she going to be girl bossy? Is she going to be a legit, strong female protagonist? Like, say, I don't know, Bellatrix Kiddo, or like, I don't know, Lady Jane in fucking G.I. Joe? Is she going to be, Captain Marvel? Is she going to be insufferable and she's going to be, doing all that fucking, anti-man shit? I don't know. From what I've seen, you can't really tell. I mean, honestly, you really can't tell too much. We already know she's on a revenge mission, so she's going to be trying to make all the people that did her wrong look like a bunch of bitches anyway. So you kind of got that to contend with. And that wouldn't matter whether she was male or female or, somewhere in between or some bullshit like that. But unlike fucking Star Wars Outlaws, I have to say, though, as far as how she looks, she's not unattractive. She's not a fucking butterface like fucking, home chick. They turned home chick into in Outlaws, right? She's a pretty attractive freaking character here. So at least you got that going. I mean, hey, hot chicks with swords is just as good as hot chicks with fucking guns, man. I mean, how are you gonna go wrong with that? The only other thing that I can say is that it looks like a beautiful game. It really does, and I have very high hopes for it. Will it be a home run, or will it be a fucking first base ground ball? I don't know. Time will tell. My advice is, I think I would say this: keep an open mind, right? If even if at the very least they phone it in and don't overdo the agenda and the messaging and all that stuff, I think it'll be a success. I think like most of all this other stuff, people are going to tune in just to check it out, even just for fucking hate watching or hate playing, or, you know, just to have ammunition to fucking bitch about it. But I think that's going to happen regardless. It just seems to be the way of things in today's world. You know, you got to be bitching about something. It's like, it's worse than the fucking 90s, man. Everybody back then was whining about shit. Now they're just bitching about shit. So really, what's the difference? You know, it's complaining regardless. I would much rather have something that I could have some replay value with, a good story, something I can make a freaking series on, because, hey, before I saw all this controversy with the fucking bullshit and the fucking activist freaking actress and the fucking the woke possibilities and the agenda and the messaging and the, you know, the message, as Critical Drinker would put it, I was hyped about this fucking title, man. I'm like, okay, cool. So it's not Jin Sakai, and we're not going to continue the story with him. We're going to jump 300 years in the future, and we're going to take on another story with a ghost. So it's an anthology, which, hey, look, I'm down for that. But how far can you go with an anthology if you're doing it this way? You got a guy and you got a girl. That you're kind of out of options after that. Either you're going to go back to a guy or you're going to make another girl. So here's the big question. So once Yotei drops, if it does well, there will be a sequel. Believe that, right? Believe that. So the question is who will be next? It's either going to be a guy or a girl, right? It's a guy or a girl. That we can be sure of. But what's the next story? I know that Japan, feudal Japan, got lots of stories. Hell, even modern Japan got lots of stories. We all have lots of stories. What story are they going to tell? So we got the spaghetti western, or as one of the developers called it, the cheeseburger samurai flick, which I kind of like it. That's good. Spaghetti western, cheeseburger samurai. It's kind of got a ring to it. But hey, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like the content, want to see some more, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that bullshit. You know, hey, will Ghost of Yotei be dead on arrival, or will we knock it out of the park and we'll be singing its praises from here to Fujisan, right? So until that time, stay living in the verse. Y'all be happy, healthy, and safe out there in the world. And until next time, my fellow gamers, stay dangerous. It's jungle out there. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.
We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north to disappear. But you are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?